What is good everyone, I am BA back once again with another reaction in the Tales from the Crypt series. This one is episode 12 of season 3 and it is called Deadline. I've never seen this shit before, no idea what's gonna happen, let's check this shit out and see what it's saying to it. I wonder how much this intro cost to produce. And I wonder how much it would cost to produce. This intro now in comparison to when this was filmed. Okay, this is the most elaborate opening set yet for the Crypt Keeper.
Can I interest you in a Mai Tai? Or would you prefer a rum and choke? Or maybe you'd like something a little stronger?
I would 100% play a Skyrim mod that had the Crypt Keeper as a barkeep.
About a news hound named Charlie, who needs a murder story and a drink. But not necessarily in that order.
So this instantly sounds like, in one of the last episodes with the ghouls, I had the opening prediction that it was actually the reporter committing the murders on the homeless for his own gain. It sounds like this is what this will actually be. Not homeless people, but somewhat a journalist who's killing people.
I'd do anything to get a story. Anything. That was my reputation. The way I figured it, people had a right to know.
So you're an absolute little rat. You're probably a chairman of TMZ now.
But, I had a little problem.
So an alcoholic journalist murderer? That's not really that rare, I'm sure. Steve Bartek, you jazz-loving son of a bitch. I mean, so many of these Tales from the Crypts come from that old comic, Shock Suspense Stories. I would love a copy of those in their original form. They'd be so interesting to look through now.
I gotta pay a little surprise visit to old Phil Stone down the paper. But I still got time for one more.
Why don't you lay off, Charlie? How about a nice cup of coffee?
You know you've got a fucking problem when your own bartender's telling you to fuck off.
I don't need any good grooming advice from you. Just who the goddamn hell you think you are.
Hey, Charlie, listen. I don't mean anything by this. I'm just trying to help you out.
Ah, so he's one of those kind of drunks.
I don't need to take any shit from some drink pusher working in a Skid Row gin joint.
Oh, he's a drink pusher, but you're a drink puller.
Hey, Mike. I'll buy that lady a drink.
That lady should instantly throw that drink in your eyes.
I'm a reporter. Always trying to get at the facts. Now, good-looking girl, sitting in a Skid Row bar alone. There's a good chance she's a hooker.
That is the sweetest opening line I'm sure she has ever heard. She will marry you.
It's kind of insulting, you know?
Well, hey, I wouldn't mind sleeping with you.
Don't do me any favors.
All right, look, let's start over.
I suppose being a journalist is actually quite an approachable profession. You could essentially initiate a conversation with anyone under the pretenses for journalistic purposes. As long as you got a little badge you can show them and shit.
I don't remember seeing you in here before.
Come here every night or something?
Well, I told you I'm a reporter.
That's a very quick pickup by Vicky as to his current state of alcoholism.
Maybe I should do an interview with you. Huh, what's your story?
You know my story. I'm pretty.
Surely there is more to your soul than that, Vicky.
A great body. Probably knew how to use it, too. But then, you know, I've been with lookers before. Lots of them.
He said that proudly, as the STDs inside his body lightsaber duel to the death.
There was something special about this one, like maybe she could make me feel 25 years old again. I thought with her, maybe I could get it all back.
So delusional. So more than the drink, delusion is your worst issue. I would solve the delusion first before the drink problem, as bad as that is.
It's 9 a.m. Most folks have to go to work in the morning. They're not freelancers like you.
Wow, only side boob. For the Tales from the Crypt actress, that was a fucking classy choice. And also much appreciated for the side boob.
I'm gonna make things real easy for you. We had a great night. There's the door. You never have to show up here again.
You mean that? That's how you feel?
I think that'll make her want to hang about with him more. I don't think she'll like that.
Hey, I mean, it's okay if we see each other some more. I just didn't want you to think that it's gonna go anywhere.
I should have lunch, not get engaged.
That is the exact attitude that'll make someone like her want to hang about with him all the time. You're playing it well, Charlie. Now just don't ruin it by like tanning a bottle of Jack's and smashing it against the wall while you tell her that the Lakers should have won last week.
You reminded me of that exclusive I gave you on Roy Angel, huh? Remember that? The Globe had his confession before the cops did. Boy, we used to make that DA squirm, didn't we?
Yeah, sure we did.
To be fair, he's looking a lot sharper today, and like he's not drunk yet.
Things are gonna be different. I'm gonna quit drinking.
Yeah? I heard that one before. Nothing ever changed.
Look, I met this girl. She made me see I've been wasting myself.
As much as sometimes that can be a good thing, it's also a really self-destructive thing to bank your recovery on someone else's interest in you. That's just setting yourself up for a terrific, crumbling moment that may or may not happen, but if it does, holy shit, you made the wrong choice using that as your motivation. Motivation comes from within, Charlie, from within. Now straighten up your tie, keep it straight, put on some shades. Good, now you're Agent Smith. Shoot Neo, Charlie, shoot him.
I am happy to see you, Charlie, and you ought to be happy to see me. But you don't care about seeing me, you just want another loan.
Oh, Christ. So I had a run of bad luck.
I wonder if this is going to become a situation of like, he likes spending money on this new woman or something like that, but he runs out of money, so he needs to generate money through the stories. There's got to be some motivation for it.
Don't come back anymore.
Listen, get off your high horse. You got it all wrong. You get a disability pension, I get nothing. I'm going to be out there pounding the pavement night and day.
I've heard enough.
Charlie, you're a piece of fucking shit, man. Pay for your own flat and don't take her disability money. Wow, what a cunt. I didn't mind you until that point, Charlie. You were just a man with problems. Now, you're a piece of shit. Hope Vicky poisons her vagina.
Hey, going light, eh?
Quitting drinking as of today.
Hey, Charlie, that's great.
Nice, I hope he sticks to it.
Hey, everybody. Charlie here's going on the wagon.
Fucking hell, every single person in the bar knows how bad he is.
Damn right, I'm off the stuff. And tomorrow, I'm going to show you what a real top newspaper man looks like. I'm going to bring a big story, I can feel it.
He better not start showing interest to her, she'll be gone.
I was always top man on a crime beat, right to the end. I'd always write a great lead. And you can't teach that, you know?
Yeah. You know you're really good at something when you have to tell people how good at something you are. We're all guilty of it, but we all know that's some fuckery's bullshit to do. Unless someone's specifically like a doctor, and someone's in public dying and someone's like, we need a doctor, the doctor's gonna be like, I'm a doctor, I'm a good doctor, and they're gonna be like, wow, what a bragger. Fuck off, back of the line. Who are you? Lifeguard? You have a try. Braggy.
Shit, Roy, I don't want to talk to your PR guy, I want to talk to you.
Sorry, Charlie.
Roy?
He's even got his glasses on now, which both shows his new refined non-drinkingness, but also suggests he's walked through the first 10 minutes of this episode batshit blind. He might go home, take one look at Vicky and be like, holy shit.
Foley, you gotta help me out, I'm coming up dry.
I might have something.
Yeah, well, can you meet me later on? I need it tonight.
Look, I'll try.
Okay, I'll check in with you later.
Okay, so he's got his job back, but he just can't catch a story. This is going to be the motivation for him.
Just when I need a good rip shithouse murder, is zilch going on?
Gotta keep at it. That's the way it goes.
Oh, you know so much about it, you keep at it.
Hey, Charlie, come on.
Charlie, this bartender is like the one person in your life that has actually got your back, and all you do is shout at him like a fucking defeated wife from the 1920s.
You got a chance to straighten out, to get back to work.
I am working. There's nothing the matter with me, there's just nothing going on right now. I'm taking a break.
For fuck's sake, Charlie.
The Greeks have something to eat. He makes a great bowl of chili, Charlie. It's gonna pick you right up. Have a cup of coffee, you relax a minute. Then, Charlie, you go out there and you get that story. I'm pulling for you, kiddo.
I don't want to go to some Greek's greasy spoon.
Charlie is just gonna ruin his life again instead, and something tells me that when he leaves this bar, some shit is gonna go down. Some alleyway related shit, hopefully. Cause you know we love an 80s alleyway. Even though it's early 90s, Tales from the Crypt is slightly behind the time. So like up to like 94, Tales from the Crypt is still like using 80s technology. So it's all 80s to me. The only one that stuck out to me is like, Jesus Christ, this is 90s, is the Tim Roth one. And it's because Tim Roth was bringing that serious, subtle 90s performance to a Tales from the Crypt episode. It's like, what you fuck you doing, Roth? Be weird.
You are dirty, filthy
Out of the water,
whore.
I want you to take your
You
filthy
will not
hands
do what
off
you want.
me.
You are in my house.
Oh, yeah, well, who's gonna stop me? You.
I am going to stop you, yes. You
You're
stay here when I tell you to
pathetic.
stay
You're
here.
pathetic.
You will not go out again tonight.
Probably not the best for business to shout that someone's a dirty whore in front of the clientele. But what do I know? I've never ran a chili bar. Well, that might be a story right there. He's deciding to go blind into this.
I killed her.
Well, just when you want a story to fall on your lap. And there was me thinking it was Charlie that was going to be doing all the killing. He stayed sober and someone else killed someone.
Let your wife in there? Leave me alone. Come on, talk to me. Get it off your chest.
Jesus Christ. At least let him, have a cigarette after the fucking murder of his wife.
So, what happened? What was the fight about?
I strangled her.
That is not what the fight was about. That was what you did to kill her.
She's been picking up guys in bars, bums and winos, and screwing them. She just wanted to humiliate me.
Holy shit. Is this obviously the woman he's been sleeping with?
I didn't mind at first. I was proud to have such a young, good-looking wife.
Right. Big difference in your ages.
This journalist still hasn't clocked that it is Vicky. Some journalist, mate.
All right. We're going to have to call the police. Now, I'll stay and help you with this. Huh? So, where's the phone?
It's in there.
So he's gonna go to make the phone call, realise it's Vicky, and then maybe get drunk? I don't know how I was gonna go after that.
Charlie McKenzie here. How's it going, Charlie?
Oh shit, she's still alive. Either that or we've got a zombie Vicky. Both are plausible during the Tales from the Crypt episode, so I'm not counting my chickens.
Charlie?
Vicky.
Yeah, numbnuts. You're one of these alcoholic bums that hang about the bar.
How could you do this to me?
What do you mean, how could she do this to you? Tales from the Crypt writers hate women. Don't you know this? They are all evil. Oh wow. Well, that's quite a twist. So she survived only for him to finish the job, and I'm assuming he's still going to blame it on the husband too. This is what's called an oxygen choke, the movie choke, when you press in the front of the throat. In reality, that sometimes takes between 5 minutes to half an hour to effectively kill someone. A blood choke, which is the arteries on the side of the neck, if you cut them off, you put someone out cold in 10 seconds and they'll be brain dead if you hold it on for a minute. Do not do it to anybody. I'm just saying movie chokes are unrealistic in general because of that.
Inflamed by jealousy, a distraught Lomax Park man tonight squeezed the life out of his unfaithful wife while she laughed.
This guy's getting out a lot of his inner rage during this phone call, living vicariously through the husband.
He flew into a rage and strangled her.
I wonder if they're going to put the bottle tilt sound effect in the article, like in brackets, continues to swig.
Criminal. It's a great angle. I'm going to start to write it just as soon as I get out of this thing. But first of all...
So he implicated himself like an idiot.
I really do need to have a drink.
So yeah, I suppose that's the worst punishment possible for that guy. He's just completely restrained in shackles, unable to have a drink. Also, that's a fucking cool cell. If you were in that cell, you would feel like you were being guarded by fucking some ancient mythical being. That's Cthulhu's jail.
Perhaps now they'll let him write for the paper's horoscope column.
Nice. Crypt Keeper continues to always have bars. Okay, and that was episode 12 of season 3 from Tales from the Crypt, Deadline, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, Deadline. What did I think of that? Well, this whole episode, I thought they were going to go with the angle that this guy was going to get drunk and then go out and kill people and write stories about it. I should have been paying closer attention, I guess, because the seeds were there. But it was a really clever setup how they made him meet this woman. She was going to turn his life around, and then it just so happens the big story he's going to get is a guy killing his wife. She's not quite dead. He finishes her, and it's the fucking woman who was turning his life around. I don't even know how you structure that when you're writing it, but it's a brilliant little tied-in chain of events, and such a short time length as well. It's essentially like a 3 or 4 person story in its entirety. You got the bartender with talking dialogue. You got Vicky, you got Charlie, and then you obviously have shop owner at the end. But aside from that, there was a couple people in the newsroom, but everyone else is basically an extra. To have all these little things chained in with 4 characters like that and still keep me guessing is brilliant to do, and these guys do it all the time. Like I said during the episode, I'm actually going to actively hunt down these shock suspense stories, comics that these stories originate from. I'd love to read these stories in their original forms, see what different choices they made compared to the stories to the screen, and also just to appreciate the original source of such great material. Side note, Tales from the Crypt really do fucking hate women. Like, I can count on one hand the amount of women that have been cool in this show, and every single other one of them is a plotting, scheming up to no good. Maybe I'm forgetting a few, but like the woman in the woman that went silent after witnessing the murder episode, and like the old lady in the episode where the guy taxidermies all her pets. Can anybody else think of any more? Patricia Arquette, I guess. The Patricia Arquette episode. But yeah, they're few and far between. Most women in Tales from the Crypt episodes are up to no fucking good. This guy who wrote this stuff, even though he's genius, you can tell he was getting out a lot of his own personal paranoias and shit like that, and opinions in his old comic book material. Again, I'm going to actually source it out soon and read through these things from the original source. I'd love to read every single one of the ones that was used in the show in its original form. That would be so dope. I wonder if someone's actually compiled that, like just the Tales from the Crypt episodes in their original forms, like put together. Because they all come from different comic sources. But how dope would that be just to have all 6 seasons of Tales from the Crypt, the original source material comic versions, all together in one thing? Someone needs to fucking do that if it ain't been done. All in all, another dope episode, another really clever little intricate story told perfectly and non-confusingly over the course of an episode. Season 3 continues to be dope as hell. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more videos like this, and ring the bell if you would like to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about from anything we've just watched, or anything you want to see me react to in the future, or just shooting the shit, comment down below. And share this video around to anybody you think might appreciate it or might want to watch this series along with us. My Patreon link is in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to polls which allow you to vote on what I will watch in the future. You get access to these reactions I put on YouTube weeks and weeks in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of all my reactions that I put on YouTube. So the link is in the description. Consider becoming a patron. It helps me and the channel out so much. And until next time, I have been BA. Peace.